doing? My name's Dave, and if you've been filming videos all day and you can't think of anything funny to say, you can call me Daveypoo, the mobile music minstrel. How you doing? Fred Anton Corvest is back at it again, folks. He's come out with Fac Phaser, and this thing is epic. Now, if you've watched any of my videos, you know that I use Fred's app, Fac Chorus, on nearly every single project I do. I love that app. It's the best sounding chorus I've ever heard. And behind the chorus, it adds this sort of thick fatness to the low end that I particularly like. That's kind of indescribable. It just everything I put it on sounds good. Well, that intangible quality of Fac Chorus is also present here in Fac Phaser. I just love this thing. So I'm hosting an 8 matrix as I always do. I'm running Neo Soul keys here as I always do. Just a dry electric piano sound. I really like using that. I've been consistent so far, so here we go with checking out Fac Phaser. Now, I've fired this up and I have not added, or I've not changed it from its default preset at all. So here's what you get when you fire it up. Here's Neo Soul keys dry. And here it is through Phazer. Now that's just beautiful right off the bat. Now, phase is one of my all-time favorite effects, okay? I have an old MXR Phase 90 that I've had since the 90s. And it's one of my favorite guitar pedals, and I also use it for bass. So I've been a big fan of phase for a long time, and I particularly liked the MXR over the green Boss. I think it's called the PH3 Phaser pedal, which was also the most common while I was, looking at phasers back in the day. And the green Boss one had a really digital, gritty kind of a sound that was really cool, but it was decidedly different to the MXR, which had a sort of smooth lushness. And they were both, I liked them both a lot. I never owned the Boss. I only owned the MXR. I didn't purchase it out of preference. The MXR was just the first one available, and it was cheaper, I think, when I got it. And I just fell in love with it ever since. Even though it wasn't the sound I heard initially that I was going for, I just fell in love with the Phase 90. I'm finding that Fred's Phaser here can straddle that line. It can sound both gritty and harsher like the Boss. It can also sound smoother and more lush like the Phase 90. So here we are, and it's just its default initial preset. If I open it up here, I'm going to just blast through a few of the presets. Okay, you see over here, obviously, the waves are a representation of the phasing effect and how wide it is, how fast it is. See, that's really smooth sounding, right? Let's keep going. Phase arancione. Really nice. Just beautiful. The apps that I like the most are the ones that I just can't stop playing because they sound so good and everything I play sounds good. Okay, a little bit faster. I'm gonna keep. Now see, that's a little more. See, there's like 2 levels of. See what else we got here. Slow phase. See, I can hear the filter a little bit. It's more vowel-like there. Yeah, I love these things. Form and bass. Subtle. I don't hear much there. One more. Phase arancione 2. Due. right, so I'm gonna swap this out. I'm gonna reload it so I get the initialized preset one more time. Boom, here we go. Okay, so if we go from left to right, we've got the speed. And he's really pushed the settings from it to go extremely slowly to extremely fast. And that's just gorgeous. Depth. So you can get really subtle effects to really crazy effects. Okay, if you hit underneath the speed here, if you hit free, you can sync it to the tempo. Which I think is a really cool feature. You can have the type of LFO, okay, have it be an external LFO. That's kind of cool. I haven't messed with that at all, but that sounds like fun. Okay, sine wave. Okay, so then you can change the frequency of the range of the phase. Let's go back to triangle. Ooh. And then, okay, the feedback. Ah, that's awesome. Okay, and it's a positive, negative knob. So the further to the left you go, the more negative the values are. The further to the right you go, the more positive. Okay, the spread obviously is, you know, how wide you're hearing it. Tyrus or Tyrus, emulation versus classic. I don't know what the algorithms are there that are. Okay, I hear it. So here you've got the. Okay, yeah, I hear it now. Then you've got underneath that, you've got 6 stage down to, I think, 1 stage. I mean, gosh, that is just gorgeous. That's, you know, 1975 all over the place. You know, she's got a way about her. That's, I mean, he had the Rhodes with the phaser all over it on that song. You know, and so then over here you've got LFO to phase diffusion, I guess, dry and wet, and then the output, and then off and on. I think this phaser pretty much speaks for itself. Obviously, I've taken a long time going through what could be very simple, but it sounds amazing. It's just like Fred's other apps. It just sounds fantastic. You don't have to do much to make this thing sound excellent. So I highly recommend it that you get it when it comes out. If it's not out already, I'm filming this with a beta version of the app. So if it's a little bit different upon release than what you're seeing here, that's why. But it should be coming out pretty shortly, and I hope you guys love that app, and I hope you guys like this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up, and you know, subscribe to the channel if you want to know more. Go check me out on Facebook. Go check me out on Twitter. Go check me out on Instagram. Go check me out on Patreon, where you can pay me. Come get yelled at me on the Audio Bus forum, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks a lot, Fred. You're the man. Later.